QRZ, this is KA4WHT Mobile.
The mobile station, Kilo 4, Alpha Delta Romeo.
Kilo 4, Alpha Delta Romeo, good morning. The call sign here is Kilo Alpha 4, Whiskey Hotel Tango. Name here is Paul, and I'm in Eagle Lake, which is just south of Winter Haven, over.
QSL, Tom, yeah, Kilo 4, Alpha Delta Romeo. Name is AD, located down here in southwest Florida, Naples.
Wow, yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, you're coming in here like 3 or 4 bars, a full 2.5 signal. Yeah, I'm on a mobile. I was using my HT yesterday, and I was getting in the 444-800 machine off of Brickell Avenue in South Miami on 5 watts, and I was full quieting up here near Winter Haven. Right now I'm probably using 50 watts, but I'm on the mobile, and we're just off of, just 5 miles south of Winter Haven, not even 5.
Yeah, QSL, Tom, good signal down here. I'm on a 5-element quad pointed towards Tampa. Can't move it right now, but you're half scale here.
Yeah, it's Papa Alpha Uniform Lima Paul. I just moved up here. Yeah, I'm from southeast Florida, but I haven't brought my radio equipment with me yet, so we just closed last week. Make sure nothing went wrong before we summoned the movers. And yeah, I got a 10-element beam, which I love working simplex. So it's nice to see some conditions finally.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, there's plenty of people out there. You ought to be able to work a few more, I think. So I'll turn it loose and let you call for some others there. Kilo Alpha 4, Whiskey Hotel Tango, KA4ADR 73.
DX contact. DX is DX, so I'll definitely log you on QRZ. K4ADR, this is KA4WHT.
For WHT, KO4EFS. Kilo Alpha 4, Whiskey Hotel Tango. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra at North Fort Myers. You hear me? All right, well, KO4EFS calling QRZ on the 5-2. Unusual conditions, and having such a good time on here. I'm actually broadcasting this on YouTube right now. KO4EFS looking for a QSO, QRZ.
KO4EFS, W4RCC Mobile.
KA4WHT, this is KIL. I copy you, Paul.
4RCC.
That FT8, so you're really in there strong.
I swung the beam up to the northwest. I think you're up where?
State. I'm in Eagle Lake, town just south of Winter Haven.
All right, yeah, you got a good 5-9 signal down here into Fort Pierce, so very, I don't think I heard so much activity on 520 in a dog's age, over.
I'll tell you, when I'm in the mobile, I call every day on 5-2, and I'll call a long call just to make sure. And I usually can rustle up some locals that just get annoyed, say, okay, I'll talk to you already. But today is amazing. Yesterday, I talked to the 444 44800 machine in Brickell Avenue on my HT, 5 watts. I couldn't believe it.
You know what the frequency is of that repeater? I'll try putting it in over here, over.
Hi. One is 443.750, and they're both KF4LZA. If you go on QRZ and look up his call sign, KF4LZA, you'll see his repeaters. And the other one is 444.800. Now there's also 444.800 up here in Orlando, which is really high, and that one the East Coast Reflector is on, but they both use different PLs. I have to look up the PL on repeaterbook.com.
Yeah, was that called KF4LDA, Lima Delta Alpha, KF4 Lima Delta Alpha, over?
Zulu Alpha, like a lizard. KF4LZA, Eric. The guy's a genius, and he's an engineer, and that's mainly his job. He works on commercial transmitters, but he always makes room for his own equipment, so he's got repeaters all over the state.
Yeah, I think you mentioned 432 or 442 or whatever the hell that band is. Does he have a 2-meter repeater down there?
It's on 147.300. 147.300. It does have fantastic coverage, but sometimes the receiver goes dead. He's got something that's on the tower that's desensing it sometimes.
All right, I'll look him up on QRZ and see what the situation is. Maybe I can program the repeater into this 7100. All right, nice hooking up with you. Got a nice signal down here into Fort Pierce this morning. KA4WHT, K2IL.
Great morning. Enjoy it while we got it, right? I'd definitely like to log you on QRZ. I didn't bring my phone with me, so I wrote everything down on an envelope here. So we'll log you when we get 5x9, 5x9. Just kidding. No, you're Q5. Absolutely. Have a good morning. K2IL, KA4WHT, and what are you?
All right, 73.
Romeo Charlie Charlie, KO4 EFS.
KO4, excuse me. KO4. Morning. Conrad again. From Mobile, I'm heading out to a ranch here in Okeechobee. I'm on 8th RS. Not quite sure where I am, but I said 18 miles from Okeechobee. Good morning.
You're a little bit of picket fencing there, but not bad, and I'm definitely picking you up. I heard you're down there near Okeechobee. That's quite a trip. I'm in North Fort Myers, so it's probably, 80, 90 miles.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, we worked yesterday from my house in Fort Lauderdale, and I've heard you all morning making these contacts here on the 5. We figured we'd say hello to you. Good morning again. Mobile here. 50 miles an hour away from Lake Okeechobee. Good morning.
I'm losing you at this point, but yeah, have a good morning as well, and thanks for the contact, and I'm loving hearing all this activity on the 5-2. It's great. All right, have a good one. 7-3s.
7-3, good morning. W4CC Mobile.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was looking for KA4WHT. Go ahead.
CQ on the 5-2. This is KO4 EFS, Kilo Oscar 4, Echo, Foxtrot Sierra, calling CQ on the 5-2 from North Fort Myers. for EFS, but you're just down in the weeds. I can't pull it out. The band's coming up and going down, so give it like 20 minutes and we'll try it again. I'm going to be here for a while. I'm having a blast.
A blast. A blast. K4 ROX port toilet.
K4ROX, W4CC, you copy mobile? K4ROX, K4ROX, W4CC mobile, copy. W4CC, Echo Lima 9752.
Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra, calling CQ. CQ on 2-meter call. CQ, 2-meter call, KO4 EFS. Try again. Calling KO4 EFS again. Heard, QRZ. At a huge opening on VHF right now in the state of Florida, so that's why we're all here. If anybody hasn't contacted me yet, give me a shout. KO4 EFS calling CQ. CQ on the 5-2. KO4 EFS standing by on the side.
Possible. The KO4 station, come back to KJ4JSN, Jupiter.
JSN, this is KO4 EFS. Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra, Ian in North Fort Myers.
KO4FS, I think that's Bradenton maybe. Yeah, I got some noise coming in with me here. If this is David, this is Brian down here by the Jupiter Inlet. And KJ4JSN, northwest.
4JSN, this is Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra. Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra. And I am reading you, but just barely. I'm in North Fort Myers. I think I lost you. This Tropo opening is moving all over the place. We open up to the East Coast for a little while, and then we open up back up to the north for a little while. So I think I just lost you. Let me try it one more time. KJ4 JSN. This is KO4 EFS.
Oh yeah, I remember the picture there. Yeah, I'm all. Yeah, Steve, what's up? Yep, a long time trying to see here. When I talked to you last, it says, wow, 2019. There
Check, check, check. All right, for those of you joining us on Starship Adventures here on the 2 Meter Call channel, what we've got this morning is we've got this really amazing opening that's going on between North and South Florida and also East and West. You're listening to stations that are more than 100 miles away from my station. And as
Brian, Alpha Bravo 3, Delta Echo, Richard Fort Pierce.
Hey, AB3DE. What's going on, buddy?
Fort Pierce is 100 and something miles from here.
I can't talk too much on this frequency because everybody's trying to run some running that propagation long distance there. So
yeah,
I heard you out there. I turned this thing on. I said, man, I got to say hi to him. So
this person you're hearing is 106 miles away.
I have to get off this frequency, let everybody else get on it. Propagation is unbelievable right today. So I will catch you later. Everything's going good over here. It's had a little medical issues, but that's about it. So I'll catch you later, Brian. Good hearing you, man. I trying to get a hold of you there for a while. Mel did tell me that you talked to him and he was asking about everybody, so I didn't get some info on that. I'll catch you later, Brian. Have a great, wonderful day. KK4JSN, AV3DE.
All right, Rick. Yeah, I gotta give you a landline there. I think I was supposed to do that a couple of weeks ago. I forgot. All right, yeah. No, it's all good. All right, man. Yeah, we'll catch you later, man. Yeah, the band's been red hot the last couple of days. Yesterday was really good open, and it was pretty good this morning too. All right, man. We'll talk to you soon. KJ4JSN clear.
All right, thanks for coming in, guys.
Kilo 4, Quebec, Victor, Sierra with the wave.
Yeah, I've already got him this morning, so I'm going to let him continue to call out. That's KK4. Yeah, I got him. Okay, so what we've got this morning is we've got this huge opening going on right now. And people from all over Florida are able to talk to each other, radio to radio. Now, my radio here, I'm at about 40 feet. Most of these, everybody we've been talking to this morning is over the horizon, meaning that even though my tower is at 40 feet and his tower is at 40 feet, we're 100 plus miles away, which means the curvature of the earth actually comes up between our towers. So we're kind of skipping across the top of the rooftops here.
Here, go ahead, KO4, and get the rest of that.
Kilo Delta 4, Victor.
It's doing very good over this way, man. Let's get a full scale from you, and it's sounding really good. And I'm in Fort Pierce, South Fort Pierce. The name is Rick, Alpha Bravo 3 Delta Echo.
He's over 100 miles away. Listen to how clear he is.
Next 50A up about 20 feet, and that's about it.
He's up
and,
20
glad
feet.
It's doing the trip. It's sounding great over this way.
He is way over the horizon. Guys, this is what ham radio is all about. It's these freak moments in time where everything starts to work.
73, the Alpha Bravo 3 Delta Echo.
If you notice the upper right corner, that's the VHF Propo map. If it's gold or orange or yellow, that means that the propagation's running good.
I'm cross-banding on a friend of mine about 3 miles away on his antenna. I'm sorry about that. That's a JP9 about 3 miles away, and I don't know what he's putting out for power, but that's about what I'm talking about.
Well, that kind of explains it. He's on a little bit better antenna than he thought he was. But anyway, wow. I mean, still, Fort Pierce is over 100 miles away. Again, what we're listening to here, if you're not a ham radio operator, is we're listening to a VHF frequency where we all call each other radio to radio. There's no repeaters. What you're listening to
730 KD4VRY.
is my antenna here in North Fort Myers. And these stations are all over Central and South Florida. We've even heard a few stations in Northern Florida.
Yeah, I can just, I can talk to on my own antenna. I can switch over and do it, but this one is in Savannah Club. I'm living in Fort Pierce, and that's St. Lucie, and they're about 3-4 miles away. And,
he uses a remote radio.
I think actually Brian put it up, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, you're sounding good too. I was listening. Yeah, I heard you talking to everybody out there. So let me clear up this other frequency. I gotta go eat something before
getting up to the stomach. But you're sounding excellent also. And I do hear you on the 420 and other frequencies down there. I scan all over the place, so I do hear you out there. And you, Josh, Tony, and all that stuff. But anyway, I'll catch you later. This is Alpha Bravo 3, Delta Echo. Good hearing from you.
Okay, so we can see that the propagation's running from that upper right corner there. We know that things are really opened up right now. So when that happens, a lot of us will get on here and start calling and seeing how far we can call out and get someone to answer. Now, every time I go to pick up the mic, I hear another click on there. There's just a lot of people on there. And we're all ham radio. One of the things about ham radio, now there's certain channels, I'll be honest, there's certain channels where they just get on there and yell at each other, and that's perfectly cool because that's what they want to do. But most ham radio channels like this one, the 2 meter call, people are very polite on there, and we try very hard to allow each person to have their moment to transmit. So I haven't heard anybody on here in a little while, and the Tropo's running great, so I want to go ahead and get back on here again and see if I can make me another contact. By the way, for those that are interested, I have made I've made 15 contacts this morning just on this channel, just on 2 meter call simplex, which is pretty unusual. Normally it'd take me a week to make that many contacts on here, and I've been doing this for a week now. Since this whole tropospheric phenomenon opened up when I got into it about 4 or 5 days ago, I've made 40 contacts just on this local radio that really is only supposed to go about 30-40 miles, and with an antenna and a radio that should give me about a 25-mile coverage around my antenna, a 20-mile coverage, I'm able to talk to stations that are across the state and up north of Tampa, so that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to call out here and see if I can get anybody. I'm going to turn this off since you guys can hear me on this mic. I'll turn that off. I think that'll be better. Okay, here, let's try this. CQ on the 5-2, Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra, KO4 EFS, calling CQ on 2 meter call. I've already got most of the guys that normally listen, I think. That's another problem in ham radio. Once you find a new mode or a new channel or a new way of doing it, pretty soon you've contacted many of the people that are doing that same way of doing it. And so it can be a little limiting. Even on FT8, once I reached about 20,000 contacts on FT8, it got to the point where I kind of had everybody, and the log would sit there for 20 minutes and run, and everybody was grayed out all the way down because I had already gotten them all. All right, I didn't hear anybody come back to me. We'll try it one more time. CQ on the 5-2. CQ on the 5-2, KO4 EFS, calling CQ. All right, and I don't hear anything, so we're going to give this a few minutes. KO4 EFS on frequency listening 520. All right, so what I just basically told him was I've gone from actively calling to just listening now, and I'm going to be monitoring. I still may get a call here. We'll see if anybody calls me. We're going to keep working this for a little while as long as this opening stays open. Right now, we've got a geomagnetic storm, a minor storm going on right now in the ionosphere, and that's actually degrading the HF that we're seeing. Like, everything from 10 meters up to 80 meters is degraded right now because the solar flux is at a K5, and the solar flux index is a 148. So what that basically means for ham radio operators is your solar flux index is a little low, and you're in a storm and your K factor is high. What that ends up with is crap conditions. So it sucks for the contests going on this weekend. However, VHF is running what we're on right now, 2 meter call, VHF is running really, really good right now. Hey, Ryland, I see you in there, and GP Mech, I see you guys in there. I'm sorry I didn't have the chat room right in front of me, but thanks for coming in. But this channel, which is on VHF, or very high frequency, it's 2 meters, meaning that you need a 2 meter antenna for 1 full wave. And what it basically, this frequency range, this band, if you will, is not affected that much at all by the ionosphere. It doesn't go up that high. It's not. Well, it goes up that high, but it's not. It doesn't bounce back down from the ionosphere. Therefore, generally speaking, solar storms and things like that don't have a whole lot of effect on VHF unless they're really, really bad storms. That being said, VHF is affected by this thing called tropospheric ducting. And what tropospheric ducting does is it basically creates thermal layers in the atmosphere. It happens a lot in the spring and fall when cold fronts are coming down and we've got warmer tropical air trying to come up. We start to get these thermal layers in the atmosphere, and what ends up happening is the signal comes out of your antenna, and some of that signal is going up and some of it's going down. It's like a bow tie. And of course you want as much of it as you can get going across the horizon, but no matter how good your antenna is, some of that energy is going to go up a little bit. As it goes up, it's going to hit this thermal layer in the atmosphere, and it bounces back down at about maybe 80, 90 to 125 miles, anywhere in that area. Now, I work in commercial radio, and our frequency, we share a frequency with a Key West music station. I'm sure it's Yacht Rock, and we share a station with Maxima 92.5 up in St. Petersburg. And so what happened on Friday, which got this whole thing going, Thursday and Friday, our listeners were all complaining that on the north part of our listening area, they were hearing Spanish music instead of politics. And the funny thing was the same thing was happening south. Our signal was being pushed all the way down into the Keys, pushing Key West signal even further south. So it's a weird phenomenon where their signal, when it hits this thermal layer and it comes down in this area, is actually stronger than the straight signal coming from my radio signal, South Fort Myers, coming back up. So people that are in the fringe areas, or even in areas that are 20 plus miles from your tower, they'll hear the station that's 100 miles away louder and clearer than they'll hear the station that's 20 miles away. And here's the thing, as you guys know, on FM, or frequency modulation, you get what you call intermodulation, which means generally one frequency will win out. And you will get some intermodulation in there, and you'll get some noise and all kinds of shit. But the point is one station will generally win out. You guys know that's why aircraft are still on AM, or amplitude modulation. You know why that is? It's a really cool fact that my buddy Joseph told me a while back, and I looked it up and read all about it because it was so cool. On FM, if 2 aircraft are talking at the same time, aircraft control is only going to hear the strongest signal. On AM, you hear everything. You hear 10 people talking at once. If you're on AM or sideband, there is no limiting to the signal. There's the modulation is done with the amplitude. It's a completely different way of radio. I mean, we're going back to Marconi here.
Howdy.
Oh, there's somebody on 2 meter call. So basically, AM and sideband, upper or lower sideband, they kind of work the same way as AM. It's just they're using less of the bandwidth. Anyway, that particular AM, 5 of us can be talking at once. And I was listening to the 5.2 earlier, and it was like 5 people on there talking all at once. But I could still hear the conversations. I could follow the conversations. It's kind of a neat phenomenon. You don't get that on FM. So that's why on 2 meter call here, when a bunch of people start talking, whoever's the strongest signal is generally the one that the radio will modulate out so that you can hear it. All right, any questions? I am monitoring the chat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is Starship Adventures. Please visit and like and subscribe. Our new channel is Starship After Dark. We're trying something new here. We want to broadcast some radio traffic that may not be suitable for general audiences. So we've started an adult ham radio channel. It kind of sounds dirty, but everybody keeps their clothes on. But the point is on this new channel, it's called Starship After Dark. It's the same as this Starship Adventures, Starship After Dark, broadcasting from Starship Studios. We try to keep it pretty simple. But on that channel at Starship After Dark, you'll see we have the 5.2 on there. We've got CB radio on there. We've got different things on there that may not be suitable, and everything on that channel is 18 plus. It's just a way to protect this channel, because if you put some radio and they start doing hate speech and everything on there, it could mess up this channel, which I've been working on for a very long time, and I don't want to take that risk. All right, so welcome. Thank you for being here, guys. This is Starship Adventures. This is the 2-meter call channel. I'm going to give a call out here and see if we get anybody. Hold on. KO4 EFS, KO4 EFS, calling CQ on frequency listening. I kind of said I was doing both. I'm calling and listening. That's very passive. I overanalyze myself too, you know. Oh boy, it's fun just coming in this morning and turning the mic on. I wasn't going to go on camera this morning. Not even like totally dressed yet, but I just decided, you know, I'm going to go on and do the 2-meter call thing. And then when it was running so well, I decided to put it on the air. Of course, as soon as you decide to broadcast something live, it's not near as good as it was 5 minutes ago. But that's all right. Earlier in this broadcast, there was quite a bit of back and forth traffic, and I was able to make a bunch of contacts. So far this morning, I've made 15 contacts that are logged in my logbook, and counties all over Florida: Hillsborough, Brevard, St. Lucie, Broward, Pinellas, Charlotte, Sarasota, St. Lucie, Newcastle County, St. Lucie again, Hillsborough again, Broward, and Palm Beach. So you talk about a smattering of South and Central Florida. There it is, and I've been talking to them all around here this morning. It's kind of sad that it's given up here. A lot of people go out and do stuff in the afternoon on Sunday. And the opening seems to have dwindled just a little bit. You can see the colors starting to fade. I want to explain this map to you guys real quick. This map up here is it's a DX propagation map, and I want to tell you how it works. You can get it yourself at vhf.dxview.org. That's VHF, Victor Hotel Foxtrot, like very high frequency, .dxview, VIEW.org. And that will give you a map that you can work around. And this map utilizes APRS, or Automated Packet Radio, which is basically radios that talk to radios without human intervention. And it uses all the data that these radios achieve from doing all of these automated contacts. It knows what radios it can hear. So when one of them hears a radio 100 miles away, it puts a gold splotch on the map. As you start stacking them up, the longer they are, the color turns to orange and red. If they're really, really small, you'll even see some green and some light yellow colors. Right now, that's about a moderate color there. And then, of course, it'll go orange and red if more. But you can actually hover over this map, and it will show you each of the hits. This APRS unit here, down here, is actually is picking up units in this whole area.
KK4 IEM Frostproof.
So I look real quick and see if he's on my list, and he's not. KA4 IEM. This is KO4 EFS, Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra in North Fort Myers. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I've been listening to you guys all morning there. I think I heard you yesterday. Unbelievable conditions there. Wish I had my beam up. But maybe it'll go into the evening. That's what I'm hoping. KJ4IEM. I'm out here towards the Kissimmee River out of Frostproof.
Yeah, you're a ways. That's definitely a 100-mile trip for us here. I'm at 40 feet. And yeah, the conditions have been absolutely amazing. I'm actually on YouTube right now and playing this for them on there because I'm just amazed by the conditions. I hope it keeps up for a while. A couple days ago, it was running twice as hard, and I was able to get 200 plus miles way up by the Big Bend area.
Oh, I haven't talked up there in a long time. That's a good shot there. Sometimes when it opens here, I'll get there used to be a repeater in Wauchula, and since the hurricanes tore it up, it'll be a while. It's the same number as the one I believe in St. Augustine, Jacksonville. And I would talk to them guys through that repeater here up to Jacksonville once in a while. Wouldn't it be neat if it was like this all the time, right?
Oh, you're telling me. This is amazing. Yeah, it's. I was just telling everybody online. It's the, it's tropospheric ducting. Actually, right now, looking at the solar report coming in, the bands are not doing well right now. We're in a minimum storm, and the K index is up to 5. So, not necessarily a good day for HF, but because of tropospheric ducting, it's one hell of a day for VHF.
Oh, roger that. KJ4IM Frostproof here. Oh, I just jumped in there. It got pretty busy in here earlier. I enjoyed listening to all the QSOs there. You don't normally get that many, but man, this is extraordinarily great for VHF, UHF, like you said there.
Yeah, I've been having a good time with it. I used to listen to 2 Meter Call when I'd go on trips and stuff in the car. I never heard many people on. I made a few QSOs when there was a bad traffic jam or something, but I've been keeping it on more and more. And now after this week, I'm going to buy a radio just for this, I think, and put it up because I want to monitor this all the time. I also have a screen I just put up that does nothing but keep the Tropo map up all the time. Because this has been so much fun. I don't want to miss the next one.
Oh, roger that. Well, I wonder, today I'm working on my shop out here. I'm working on heavy equipment during the week, and I'm working on my shop today. And I might get on, so I wonder if 6 meters just came on and all the Magic Band. I want to check it out later. Maybe the 6 came up, I don't know. But anyways, we'll just get back here and listen some more. I'm doing stuff here. I'm going in and out of the house, going out to my shop. We'll be listening. And I think I'm going to take an HT with me out there and see if I can make a contact here in a bit on an HT.
All right, sounds good. It's been good talking to you. I just pulled up the 6 meter map, and there's openings from South America into Europe and from South Africa into Europe. And things generally move east to west, so we might get some openings later. It looks like it might be a day for 6 meter this afternoon, so that'd be cool. 7-3s, it's been good talking to you. I got you in the log. KO4 EFS.
Roger, KO4 DFS. I think I got it right. I'm not sure. DFS. Gotcha. That's I'll be on 6 meters here in a little bit here. I got a beam for that one up on the pipe, so good hearing you from Fort Myers, from Frostproof, KJ4IEM.
All right, yeah, that's Echo Foxtrot Sierra on the last 3. And yeah, it's been good talking to you. 7-3s, KO4 EFS.
Got you on the Echo Foxtrot. Roger. All right, we'll be listening, and we'll be on 6 meters here in a couple hours. We'll be listening.
Thanks for the QSO. KO4 EFS, QRZ.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. KJ4M.
KO4 EFS, calling CQ on 5-2.
Whiskey, 4 Kilo Whiskey, Sierra in Key West. Go ahead.
Did you say Kilo 4 Kilo Whiskey Kilo?
Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra.
Sierra. Got it. Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. Did you say Key West?
Yes, sir. Where are you at in your call sign?
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. We've been doing a lot north and east today, but you're my first one way down south. I'm in North Fort Myers. North Fort Myers, my call sign is Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra, KO4EFS. And the name's Ian. And yeah, North Fort Myers. I'm doing a mileage right now to see where we're at.
Yeah, we're a little bit over 100 miles. I get into those repeaters up there all the time. I have a straight path down to me here. Excellent copy on you. 59 easy here. Yeah, good morning, Ian. The name is Tony Tango Ocean, November Yankee. I'm literally at mile 0. Over.
That's awesome. I just put the pin on there from my house, and you are 147 miles. 147 miles.
Excellent, excellent. I have a vertical here running about 47 watts to you. Wondering what antenna you have. Are you running a directional?
I am running an omnidirectional GP9 at 40 feet. GP9 at 40 feet.
Yeah, we have excellent coverage with that. I have almost the same antenna. I'd say the Diamond version at 40 less with celiac swimming in the house half inch, so very low loss. So yeah, Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra, Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sugar with a simplex FM contact to you, my friend. Over.
Yeah, Tony, it's been good talking to you. Yeah, great trip. I haven't been down to the Keys in a while, but I do love the Keys. Key West, the highest concentration of bars anywhere in the country. I think that's awesome. And Fantasy Fest is a lot of fun and all that. So, yeah, we love the Keys. We love the Keys.
Yeah, we produce a lot of varsity players here, my friend. Anyways, conditions are shifting on us, so I'd like to confirm Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. And confirm my call, Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra, over.
Kilo 4 Whiskey, Kilo 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. Tony, I've got you. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. Good contact.
All right, yeah, but it's Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. I'm going to confirm on QRZ and Logbook of the World. It's Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. W4KWS, over.
Yeah, I don't know if I said the wrong thing. That's what I have, though. Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. It came up as you, Tony.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much. Ian, great job you're doing there. 7-3 from Key West, my friend. I'm going to go ahead and log it now. Before I forget, 7-3, have a great Sunday.
You too, 7-3s. KO4 EFS QRZ. Ah, they're in there, but I can't hear them. They're in there, but I can't hear them. Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra, KO4 EFS on 2-meter call, calling CQ. KO4 EFS on frequency listening. I think someone out there was trying to call me, but they're down in the weeds. Down in the weeds is a term we use just for down in the static.
Confirmed at 149 miles, my friend. Congratulations. This is a rare grid square to have on Simplex, so good job, 7-3.
I don't know. Okay, I think we picked up the tail end of another conversation. One thing that happens in the atmosphere is it's not a constant. Everything's constantly in a state of flux. And so these thermal layers, They may be really good one minute and almost non-existent the next. And depending on how turbulent the atmosphere is, depends on how much is reflected down. When these areas of cool air up there, these layers of air, if they're really smooth and really Malander up there, what ends up happening is the waves will go up and they'll bounce off of it better, and you can actually get a lot more tropo that way. It's very calm this morning, very still outside. Our weather is very stable today. We have high pressure and control, and it's just a beautiful day out here. And because we've had a recent cold front and we've got another cold front right now in North Florida, we've got some thermal layers here, and that's what's caused this. I want you guys to notice where the rain is on the radar. The tropo ends right where the rain is, and the reason is because immediately once you get past that cold front, those thermal layers change very dynamically, and what sets up this really cool thing that just allowed me to talk to Key West on my 25 watt radio, VHF radio, which is extraordinary. What just allowed that to happen, okay, only exists south of this cold front. In fact, there's a real good possibility that this won't be here tomorrow. It'll come back in a couple days. We'll probably get some more shots at this. But the truth is this: it will end right about there where where that dry line is right there. And as that front comes down, it will basically push that tropo down. And eventually, when your area is north of the front, north of the tropo, it cuts you off. You're dead. You cannot reflect off of that layer anymore to get signals 100, 150 miles away like you were. Really cool. The study of the ionosphere and the study of the troposphere are both paramount in if you really want to be an amateur radio operator, if you really want to understand the atmosphere and where we're at. It does take some science. It does take some knowledge of the sun and space weather environment and things like that. It doesn't take a genius. I'm certainly not one. But what it does take is some research and some interest in it. Watch videos on it. I've got some videos on my channel that I did 3 or 4 years ago. If you scroll back on Starship Adventures here, I did them with a panel years ago where we did stuff on space weather. And if you just type in space weather, it would come up on my channel. Anyway, that's one of those things where if you understand what's going on with the ionosphere and the tropo, then you can use that to your advantage. There's maps that help, like this one in the upper right corner. There's also several others out there. PSK Reporter, that's Papa Sierra Kilo Reporter, PSK Reporter. You do not need to be a ham radio operator to listen to anything, and you do not need to be a ham radio operator to go to ham radio websites and look at the maps and stuff. Okay? So that's PSK Reporter, and then click on the map, and then right there you can click on what band you want to see, and it shows you all the different people talking. It's a really cool thing. This one here that you're seeing in the upper right corner is called vhf.dxview.org, and that's another really good website for you to be able to see what VHF is doing. And then these people up in the upper right corner, there's a little button that says HF. If you click that, it actually shows you the same map again, but this time it runs through all the different bands, showing you where openings are in each band. It's very useful and very cool. And then just to do a round robin here, on the lower right, that's Flight Radar 24. And we're just looking at the Southwest Florida area here and what flights are out there. And then over on the left side, that is Radar Omega, which we use here for severe weather coverage, of course. And you can, if we do have any severe weather coming through, especially in Florida, but anywhere pretty much, if it's really bad, I usually go on and do some coverage with that as well, using Radar Omega. It's an amazing tool. And then, of course, the solar stats there, like I said, kind of important, really, because if we don't, if you want to if you don't want to waste your time, then what you want to do is even maybe set, some of these places have alerts and stuff you can get sent to you so that you know when these happen. I have a screen. I'm looking at it right now over to my left. It's one of the older flat computer screens, and I stuck it over there way up high over in the corner, and all it does is show that upper right map right there. That's all it does. That's all it does. It sits there. It's hooked up as the 7th screen on my main system, and it just sits there and shows that map. That's all it does, because I want to know. I see it out of the corner of my eye, and when the state starts turning yellow, orange, red, I start calling out CQ. As a matter of fact, let's try it again. KO4 EFS, Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra, calling CQ on the 5-2. CQ on 2-meter call. Might have wore this out. I don't know. The problem is, like I said earlier, I've already got the 25 guys that are all on here listening. So I've already called a few people and told them, hey, get on, see if you can get me. Not a lot of guys monitor. It's not like at the fire station. We monitored Fire One channel all the time. I had it on my portable. I had it in my car. I had it in my work vehicles, my fire trucks. I had it everywhere. And no matter where I was, I had it in my house. I had a radio at my house. And no matter where I was, we were listening to the fire channel. Okay? When I went to bed at night, I would hit a little switch on my Plectron so that the audio would go off unless we got a call. And it's not like that in ham radio. Nobody just sits around and monitors a certain channel. I think that sucks. I think that every ham should try to have this channel up in their shack. Oh, here, let's see if we can get it. There was somebody in the weeds there, but I didn't even hear a voice. It was just cracking weeds. If you're not a ham radio operator, all right, consider it. You want to know how easy it is? The government gives you the answers to the test, and it's only $35. Our local team here will give you the test. They don't even charge you anything. You pay the $35 to the FCC. They don't charge you anything. And I think they let you buy a programmed radio right there for $20 that you can talk on when you leave.
K4 Rocks, Port Toilet.
I've already talked to him. We'll let that go. It's not good to keep answering the same people over and over. I don't ever answer the same person twice in one day. Because unless I need to talk to him, of course, then I can talk to him. The thing about ham radio is you can pretty much just do what you want. We try to hold to a form or etiquette a little bit, but if you've ever thought about getting your ham radio license, let me dispel all the rumors right now. Is it difficult? No. Okay. Is it offered in your town? Yes, I know that because it's offered everywhere. If not, you can get it online. There's a place out of California. They give Zoom tests.
Are you still on 5-2?
They actually give Zoom testing, and you can do it from anywhere. It's remote testing. You have to set up your Zoom so they can see you and make sure you're not cheating. They proctor you on Zoom. I'm not kidding. It's pretty cool, though. I did it. I took my general that way. Okay, I want to be a ham radio guy. So you go on and you download this app, like ham radio study app. There's a bunch of them. And you have it give you the question and the right answer. And there's 300 of them, and you go through them and through them and through them. And after you've gone through them 5 or 6 times, if you're old like me, 8 or 9 times. If you're a young kid, 3 times. You go through it, you'll know it. You go in, boom, you drop the test, you're done, and you get your tech license. And you could be talking on this channel with your tech license right now. And then start building your equipment. Go back, get your general license. Now you can talk on anything. That's all I have. That's all I need. And just I mean, there's just no reason not to get your ham radio license if you're interested in science and communication and the science of propagation. And not only that, maybe you're not into all that, but maybe you're into two-way radios and you're into equipment. You're an equipment geek, and that's wonderful. I am too. It's all good. All ham radio is good. Ham radio is not a hobby. Ham radio is about 300 science-based hobbies that are all grouped under the same basic name of amateur or ham radio. There's people in ham radio that don't talk on the radio. All they do is digital stuff. There's people in ham radio that don't even have a computer. All they do is analog stuff. There's people that buy nothing but cheap Chinese equipment. That's me. And there's people that buy all really, really nice equipment because they got money. There's people that join every club there is and they take part in everything there is to do. And there's people that never do the first thing other than just learn how the propagation works and making quick calls on the radio or maybe doing contesting. So ham radio is literally there for you. You know, it's there for whatever you want to make of it. I'm sorry this got quiet all of a sudden. I'm probably going to discontinue this feed before too long. But if it gets going again, I'm going to come back on. I see the bunch of people signing out, and I get it. So I'll call out one more time here, and then I'm going to start closing it out. Let's see what we got. I want to tell you guys real quick before I do that. We have 2 streams up on After Dark. We've got the 5-2, which is a fun conversation going on right now over there. And I also have CB Channel 6, so you can kind of check that out if you're an old CBer from the 70s. See what's going on over on the Channel 6. You might be surprised. And but those are both on Starship After Dark, the other channel, Starship After Dark. And then on this channel, I've also got SSTV right now. You can go on and watch live images coming in on SSTV. And you can see the last 4 images, you can see 5 images, the one we're getting in the last 4. And you can also see the waterfall and everything else. It's really cool. And we're also carrying live scanner feed coverage of the wildfire going on in Long Island, New York right now. And that's also being covered here at Starship Studios. And you can find that here on this channel as well. So we have actually 5 live feeds, 6 live feeds, because Carlotta Alada's wildlife cam is going out too. So right now on my fiber connection, I have 6 high definition live feeds going out, and it'll still speed test at a gig up and a gig down. It's amazing. Anyway, check out our other broadcasts and our other channels. Please, if you like this channel, go over to After Dark and just throw a thumbs and a like and stuff on there, because I'm trying to get that channel going, and it's like out in the wilderness right now, and it's below the algorithms, and I can't seem to get any traction with it. So if you could do that, I'd appreciate it. Other than that, I'm going to call out CQ a couple more times. I see a few more people just pop back in. Thank you for being here, guys. This is 2 Meter Call on for amateur radio. This is basically a channel we use to call radio to radio all over the world. And there's several of them. This is the main one. This radio generally works for 20, maybe 30 miles. If you've got really good equipment, 50 miles. Right now it's running 150 miles. I just spoke to Key West a few minutes ago. And I'm in West Palm and Hollywood, Florida, and north of Tampa, all here in the last few minutes. Just today, for those of you who are familiar with the area here, just this morning, Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, Brevard, St. Lucie, Charlotte, Sarasota, Newcastle, Broward, Palm Beach, Polk, and Monroe, which is the Keys. So that is a lot of contacts just this morning on 2 Meter Calls. So if you don't have an antenna up, get you one. Get you something you can just go throw out there when nobody's looking, so you can get up for a little while on some of these channels and you get in these discussions. Let's give it a shot here. CQ on the 5-2. This is KO4EFS. KO4EFS in North Fort Myers. Got lots of tropo running. Hoping to get some long contacts. Calling CQ on the 5-2, KO4EFS.
I got on my repeater system here and told everyone you were on the frequency, so you may hear Michael trying to get to you here soon. Anyways,
right. Yes. Whiskey 4, Kilo Whiskey Sierra, KO4 EFS. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's been great this morning. So thank you for that. I appreciate it, and I'll be listening for them. 7-3. Guys, that was the station down in Key West. He's put it out down there that they can get us up here, so we'll be listening for them. KO4 EFS, QRZ. All right, so it's the Trapo's still there, but I think as the day goes on, people switch more to mobile, or they're not listening anymore because they're not in the shack. Mornings for ham radio people seem to be a great time. We're all a bunch of old timers, a lot of us, and we get up. I'm not that old, but I get up early now, not like I used to. And I'm out here at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and a lot of hams are in their shack early in the morning, and so I'm finding that's a good time. Once you get into the afternoon, they're all busy, and once you get into the evening, they're all tired. There's somebody in there. That might be that other station in the Keys trying to get us, but they're down in the weeds. I can't get them. I'm going to keep listening here. By the way, for you not ham radio operators, you can do all this on a $100 radio. It's not like you have to have a lot of money. For $200, you can buy you a really nice 2-meter 440 rig that will put out 50 watts. I'm only putting out 25 right now. You don't have to drop a lot of money to get into what I'm doing right now on the VHF. Now you get into HF, it gets a little more expensive. You know, you're looking at $300, $400, $500 for a decent used radio, and you're looking at having to build a wire antenna or put up a hex beam or, you know, put up some kind of thing. So HF, there's a lot more to HF than there is VHF. HF is like ionospheric communication, talking around the world. VHF is local communication, and then when there's tropospheric ducting, it's regional communication, like we have this morning. CQ on 2-meter call. Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. KO4 EFS calling CQ on 2-meter call. My meter said there was a station in there, but my ears said there wasn't. I bought this little ICOM. It's a IC V8000. It's just a little VHF radio. 25 watts. But man, I bought it at the swap shop. The mic was messed up really bad. And boom, I put a new mic on it, cleaned it up. The fan doesn't work, so I had to put a big old fan on the outside of it. Okay, yeah, that conversation is just too far away. I can't pull out either side of it out of the weeds. So that's what it is. I don't know if you can notice, but when you look at the propagation map now, it's a little bit of a greenish tint, and it's not as gold as it was earlier. That means it's slowly waning. It'll turn from gold to yellow to green as it's waning off. So and you can also see where the top part is disappearing, and the reason for that is that front, like we talked about.
Whiskey 4, Oscar, Mike X-ray, 2 meters.
Whiskey 4 Oscar Mike X-ray. Was that Whiskey 4 Oscar Mike X-ray? What happened?
Whiskey 4, Oscar, Mike X-ray. I heard a station W4OMX, W4OMX, Whiskey 4.
Whiskey 4 Oscar Mike X-ray. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra, KO4 EFS in North Fort Myers.
Kilo Oscar 4 Echo.
Whiskey 4 Oscar Mike X-ray, Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. I do hear you in there. There's several other stations coming in as well, but I do copy you. I hear other stations in there on top of you. Whiskey 4 Oscar Mike X-ray. I've got you logged in the book, and it is a contact. I heard you 3 different times in there. I do appreciate you making the contact. I see you there in Sarasota. KO4 EFS. KO4 EFS QRZ. Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra. I believe that was you trying to call KO4 EFS.
Yeah, you should try 446-000, 446-000. Conditions are favorable, over.
Yeah, I don't have capability on UHF, not for long distance right now.
You said you had a GP9, right?
Yeah, I got a GP9, but my radio's my main radio's down, and I'm on my backup radio, which is VHF only.
Roger that. You have a great day. W14 WS clear.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that later because I got an antenna up for that too. I want to get it up because everybody's telling me to go over to that. That's a 70 centimeter call. Yeah, going to do that. I appreciate it. Whiskey 4 Kilo Whiskey Sierra KO4 EFS. Wow, that was Key West again. I love it. All right, QRZ, KO4 EFS, calling CQ. That's Whiskey 4 OMX. We just talked to him. He's calling somebody else. So I'm going to stay off because we try very hard not to step on each other because it really defeats the purpose. And again, the Tropo is moving south along with that frontal boundary. Notice that there is no radio contact that is out of the ordinary through the frontal boundary. As that rain comes down, and the frontal boundary's, somewhere north of Tampa at this point, up around the Big Bend area, and right where that is on the radar, you can see on the Tropo map, that's right where the Tropo ends. So there you go. Thanks everybody for coming in. This is Starship Adventures. I'm going to hang in here for a few more. We'll see what happens. We are covering all kinds of stuff today. On Starship After Dark, we've got 2 channels live right now. On Starship Adventures, we have 2 other channels live right now. And also on Carlotta Alada, she's got her live cam up on her wildlife stuff. So there's a lot going on out of Starship Studios today. We have 6 continuous feeds going out right now. If you guys have never looked at Slow Scan TV, there's actually nothing coming in over there right now, but later today things will heat up over there, I'm sure. Last night in the evening, the pictures were coming in one after another, and they were crystal clear. So if you've never seen SSTV or Slow Scan TV, check it out. It's on this channel. Look for the one, it'll obviously say SSTV. I'm using the program called MMSSTV, and it works very, very well. And we're able to not only send, but transmit and receive pictures using radio. It's pretty cool. It uses the same technology that we used for years in facsimile machines. So check that out. That's live on this channel right now. Also live on this channel right now, we are covering all the fire scanners and the aircraft tracker for the fires in upstate New York. And that's going on right now. There's a lot of traffic coming in on the different fire department feeds for that. And so we're going to be keeping that up probably today. It was big yesterday. Lots of stuff going on there with that. It's pretty rare that up the higher part of Long Island there has big brush fires that are threatening homes and burning down structures. It's pretty rare. So, and then let me try it one more time here. I still hear somebody in there, I think. KO4 EFS, Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra, calling CQ on the 5-2, CQ on the 5-2. Another thing that happens is sometimes Tropo runs one way and not both ways. So these people may be answering me.
Station forward CQ 52 for Edward Juliet.
This is KO4 EFS, Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. I'm going to need your call sign again. Thank God for phonetics. Whiskey 4, Echo Juliet, Echo, correct?
Whiskey 4, Echo Juliet, Whiskey.
Whiskey, okay. I got you that time. Whiskey 4, Echo Juliet, Whiskey. This is KO4 EFS. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm receiving you loud and clear here in North Cape. What's your location? Thank you.
You're the closest contact I've had all day. We're doing this tropospheric opening right now. I'm in North Fort Myers.
No, you're sounding great here. No problems whatsoever. Totally clear. Full quieting, I would say.
Yeah, you got a little bit of bacon going. I don't know if you're on low power. You might be on low power. But I can still read you fine.
No, I'm on a smaller antenna that I have on my roof. The secondary unit that I'm on. If I switched over to my 7100, I think that'd be really getting you with a stronger signal.
Very nice. We've been doing this for 3 or 4 days now. It all started when on my radio station that I work at, our FM signal was getting pushed down really bad. And I came home and just saw it on the map and started calling CQ on the 5.2. And for days, I've just been making contacts like crazy. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a while since I've just, picked a little project and done it here. It's been pretty cool. And I can listen while I'm working, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just switched radios. I'm on a 7100 now. This is Whiskey 4 Echo Juliet Whiskey. There should be a difference.
Huge difference. Absolute full quieting now. And yeah, if you're going to try to get in the Tropo, that's the radio I'd use.
Yeah, for sure. I just have this one on D-Star, and I have the other radio, scanning. So, I heard you, and I figured I'd come back to you. But, yeah, loud and clear over here. Nice talking to you. And this is Whiskey 4 Echo Juliet Whiskey.
Yeah, good talking to you. 7-3 is my friend. Whiskey 4 Echo Juliet Whiskey. KO4 EFS on the 5-2. Calling QRZ. Sometimes I think you reach a point where you've got everybody that's listening already. I have made 20 contacts this morning on the 5-2. I appreciate it, everybody. And I'm going to be standing by. I'm going to be here all day if anybody wants to give me a call. KO4 EFS QRZ. All right. Well, there we go. I think we've about exhausted the list here. But like you see how it goes, though. Every couple of hours and every 30 minutes or so, someone else will turn on their radio and hear me calling. So I'm gonna continue to call out some through the day, but I am gonna go ahead and end this live feed and go make my lunch. Please check out our other live feeds on both Starship Adventures and Starship After Dark, and also check out our sister station Scuffed Radio, and watch out for the Freedom Network. We're getting ready to start the Freedom Network here. Been working on it for over a year, and we've got three antennas in the air already, and a fourth one getting ready to go up. And we've got all the connections ready, and it's going to be an amazing system of repeaters and internet connections. And we're going to tell you guys more about it on this channel and on Scuffed Radio as it gets closer. We'll be announcing a website soon. We'll hope to see you guys there, and catch us all day over on After Dark, all day and all night. We're going to have some, crazy stuff going on over there with the 5-2 on ham radio, as well as Citizens Band Channel 6. Check that out. Guys, we'll catch you later. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and I hope to catch you down the log, or maybe on our next adventure. We'll see you there. This is KO4 EFS saying 7 3s, everybody. 7 3s.